There is a precedent for this super bubble we've seen. It's the 90-year cycle, okay? It's the most powerful of all the cycles. We have our 39 to 40-year generation spending cycles. We have this 45-year innovation cycle that when it doubles becomes this 90-year cycle. That's, and so innovation and technology is the other thing, along with aging and becoming smarter and more educated, that drives our economy and growth. So what we've had here, very clear peak, something I telegraphed back in the early 80s, that late 2007 would be a peak of the giant baby boom spending wave. And that happened. And 2008 was the worst recession in a long time for good reasons, okay? But we've also had a second cycle, the innovation technology cycle. That's 45-year clock. Now, those clocks were aligned in the 1929 top, pretty close, okay? But they have separated since. So that cycle has continued to be strong, and that is the bubble cycle. And that didn't peak until late 2019, early 2020 approximately, okay? So what's really unprecedented now is that we have a first peak in 2007, expected. Downturn, expected. Stimulus, expected, but not 15 to 16 years and $27 trillion, more than 1.5 times total GDP. This is what's unprecedented. They didn't even stimulate in the Great Depression. It wasn't what the Federal Reserve was supposed to do back then. The Federal Reserve was a new entity. Well, now the Federal Reserve has much more power, and they started with Mario Draghi and then spread to the Federal Reserve here. We will print unlimited amounts of money to stop a recession or stop short sellers from beating up the stock market and et cetera, okay? Since COVID, and I call this kind of the third phase, so 2007 demographic top, 2019-20 technology innovation cycle top. Well, now we had what I call the overreaction to COVID. COVID was like so stark. Out of the 27 trillion over the last 16 years, 11 trillion of it came in the 2 years after COVID. And so now this is hitting, and again, this is what makes this something that has never really fully happened in history. And so we have to just know a few things. Any bubble like this is going to burst. The one thing I do know, studying every bubble in history, everyone has burst, and the bigger the bubble, the bigger the burst. And this one, again, what is most unprecedented, this one was 100% artificial.